We have to turn this one into a segment. I did see this. I didn't originally plan on talking about it on today's show, but Marvel, we have to highlight these guys and their fuck ups because, I'm going to be competing against these guys, but I just want you to really understand how much in bad shape the books are. So let me start by saying this. I've done many videos on Falcon, and I need you guys to understand what my position is. So yes, it might sound like I'm repeating myself, but I have to because people unfortunately come across this video or this segment that are not familiar with my work. My issue with Falcon becoming Captain America has been a very consistent one, and it's because he is fine just as Falcon. He was one of the original black characters in Marvel's universe. And he had his own kind of unique thing that he had going on and being an original black character, not based upon a previous one, though there was a Falcon. The Falcon that was created that Marvel had nothing to do, completely different in terms of powers, all that had nothing to do with Falcon. This one, he was just by a different name or a similar name. Nonetheless, this is an original black character, and he gets a demotion. He gets a demotion when he becomes Captain America. I know, Mantle, what's up, Mantle, Matt? No, it's not. Steve is Captain America. Shut the fuck up. That's it. Simple as that. There's nothing else to talk about. That's what it is. And that's fine. That's his branding. Let him have it. This idea that every popular character has to have their shit passed around, even though it was something that was unique in their experience, is just complete and utter nonsense. But he gets demoted when he becomes Falcon, and this is often what we've seen so many times, right? They do not have and possess the talent to allow and develop original black heroes. Don't worry, Rippaverse, we're going to show them how to do it. But they don't know how to do it. So, of course, instead of developing those and making them likable, they'd rather just tokenize by taking a character that is originally white, and we know is originally white, and then just giving them black character the sloppy seconds, much like you got with Miles Morales as well. You know why? It's because modern creators only see legitimacy in classically white characters. Do not believe this goofy ass pro-black fist in the air diversity representation shit. No, these cornballs only see legitimacy in classically white characters, which is why they're so obsessed with tokenization. So apparently they are going to be bringing Captain Falcon back. For those of you that don't know, it was, yes, they gave him his own series and all this stuff, but of course the fans rejected that shit. Actual buyers, not people that do stuff and like retweet and make headlines and cosplay. No, not those guys. People that actually buy books really weren't interested in it. To be fair, they weren't interested in Bucky being Captain America either. So it got rejected. He goes back to being Falcon. Hell, then Miles Morales becomes Falcon in some like weird story. Nonetheless, he went back to being Falcon, and now all of a sudden he goes from Falcon to Captain America, back to Falcon to Captain America again. And my man John F. Trent of Bounding in the Comics talks about this. Says Marvel Comics announced that Sam Wilson will be again Captain America after he relinquished the title back from Steve Rogers in events following the Hydra Empire. In generations, Sam Wilson, Captain America, and Steve Rogers, Captain America. There's two of them. Wilson stepped down as Captain America and returned the shield to Captain America. After returning the shield, he also penned a letter that states, "Dear Steve, when you handed me this shield, you know you had a mission for me. You said you had a mission for me. Now I've got one for you. You're going to overcome this, blah, blah, blah." And here you can see it right here. I'm here returning this, something that is Steve's and blah, blah, blah. Steve's Captain, whatever. Wilson will be back in the role as Captain America, beginning with the Captain America #0, written by Colin Kelly, Jackson, and Lansing, some guys named that I will not respond, and a bunch of other hacks. Says Marvel will launch 2 different series, one featuring Sam and the other featuring Steve Rogers. So you're going to have simultaneously 2 captains. The one featuring Wilson is titled Captain America: Symbol of Truth. And it's by the guy's name Tochi Onyebuchi. I'm guessing he's of African descent. I could be wrong. Maybe I don't know. It almost seems like it'd be Japanese too. No, the Anye, that's for sure African. Debuts in May. This one featuring Steve Rogers will be titled Captain America, Senator of Liberty. Funny that they use that term because I don't think anybody at Marvel understands the concept of liberty at all. As noted, both of these new series will follow Captain America, number 0. And speaking to Entertainment Weekly, Lanzik detailed that this 0 issue is more of what you come to expect from Marvel Comics, two people talking with each other. He said, what's interesting about Captain America 0 is that unlike a lot of 0 issues, we're not going to spend a lot of time building the plot for both books or teasing out a bunch of amazing stuff. The number ones are going to do that. Issue 0 is effectively a conversation between Steve and Sam. So you're going to do a book about a conversation, okay? For both of them to be Captain America simultaneously. Unlike most Marvel comics, where these discussions take place in coffee shops, which is so true, this will take place on a rocket. Lanzik explains, but that conversation isn't held in a room sitting over beers, being held while flying, holding onto the side of a massive rocket heading into the sky to obliterate all of mankind because Zola is back. Okay, interesting. Sam Wilson's symbol of truth, according to Entertainment Weekly, that Wilson will be the public-facing Captain America, the one people think is holding the title. Okay, so they'll be both existing, but the one people think is Captain America is going to be Sam Wilson. Onyebuchi would also provide some details about the series, stating, we have basically only touched the surface of the interaction with the Marvel Universe. There are so many characters that have yet to interact with Sam as Captain America, dynamics we haven't seen. Oh, man, this is not good. He went on to reveal that Joaquin Torres, the newly introduced Falcon, would appear in the series. It's been really cool exploring that Sam, but also with Joaquin Torres. Oh, so we got Mexican. I don't know if he's a Mexican, but maybe Falcon too. What the fuck is this company fucking doing, man? Oh, they're so out of ideas. Now this is where it gets interesting. As for the plot, Onyebuchi revealed it's about identity politics. We've seen Sam deal with the legacy of Captain America and race in very inward terms with regards to America. What does it mean for Captain America to be a black Captain America? Boring, man. It's fucking boring. And that in itself tells you that this book is dead on arrival, man. It's dead on arrival. One of the things I'm teasing in my book is what does it mean for the rest of the world to accept a black Captain America? That's another part of the equation. We've read everything we need to know. We know what this book is going to be about. And to be fair, they entertained some of this stuff in the original. I use original like not original as in it was original. It was more like we knew this was coming with the whole race swapping of a Captain America. And they did this in, of course, the live action depiction as well. And this is what happens. If you get a black character, you have to hyper-emphasize their race, and they wonder why none of this shit catches on because they're boring. They don't know how to write, and they always use the trope of being black American or being a black person in this world as if it's the hardest goddamn thing in the world to do. And all the odds are against you and blah, blah, blah because they're talentless hacks that don't know what it is that they're doing. Now, I do somewhat appreciate this stuff when they do it Because what it does is it allows us, this is why I think it's still important. Yes, we're going to be competing with these guys, but it is necessary and important for people to point out what it is happening right now, so people actually understand what's actually taking place here and why it's bad and all of that, and these goofy weirdos in there, what it is they're doing. It's dead on arrival. It's just dead on arrival, and I guess I like that they keep screwing up because it allows us to amplify that and then turn some of the attention on us and say, hey, we're not going to be doing that goofy shit, man. It's just boring, man. It's so boring. You just listened to a clip from my podcast, For Canon's Sake, which is live throughout the week at 12 p.m. Central on youtube.com/YoungRipper59 and odyssey.com/@YoungRipper59. Be sure to check out my website, ericdjuly.com, so you can stay up to date with everything it is that I'm doing. You can also become a member and get access to a bunch of cool perks and exclusive content, which includes a social media hub where you can interact with myself and other members. It even has an app that you can get, which is now live in the Google and Apple stores.